Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Easy Now and you guys are awesome. And what would be awesome is if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and of course that like button. You help me out so much with your support. I love you all. Thank you so much. Let's get into today's video. So in today's video, let's talk Destiny and let's talk specifically about Firebolts and Warlocks and not getting a nerf and all that jazz of what happened in the recent live stream. Now, I am neither here nor there on Firebolts. I'm a Warlock myself. I never use Sunsinger, and when I do use them in trials, I never really concentrate on throwing grenades. I always focus on being able to resurrect, but once I started getting red sniped, I stopped using Sunsinger and started using Storm Trance. So I'm not a massive Sunsinger player, so at the time of everyone calling for a nerf and I always seen these comments, I never truly understood what people meant by how overpowered and stupid that it is. So what is the issue? Well, Firebolts generally have a decent range, meaning if a grenade lands nearby you, it's going to stretch out and hit you if you are at a decent medium to close range. Once it hits you, if you have Viking Funeral and Touch of Flame, which allows the enemy to be ignited and burn for longer, the grenade can actually leave most people one shot, and I believe with a hunter not set up properly, it can kill in one hit. Now the majority of that damage comes from the burn time, meaning that said player who has been hit has an opportunity to run away and escape, but the actual burn time I believe lasts for 14 seconds, so in that 14 seconds time of hiding and running, you are not regenerating any health, and that is where the issue is. Now I ran around and played some 6v6 with Sunsinger today, and I've seen quite some obvious results in what I was doing. So I was mainly leading with grenades and then chasing down that person, which led me into a lot of issues and problems. While I probably would kill that person that I hit, he would run back into his team, meaning I am very vulnerable then to being shot by everyone. Now obviously I wasn't playing, to the best of my abilities. I was just trying to showcase what the Firebolts can do, but it does lead to an issue where if the person runs back into his teammates, you are very, very vulnerable and cannot actually capitalize on the damage that you have done. But that being said, the Firebolts definitely slow down gameplay, because anyone who does get hit by it will then run away and hide, meaning you're either chasing them down or you're just going to keep them away from the points. And I guess that's a good strategy, but it's also incredibly frustrating and just ridiculous that we still have this happening in this day and age of Destiny. Now on April the 12th, we're going to see a lot of Warlock balances and weapon balances and just things changing for the Crucible. But they did not touch Viking Funeral, Touch of Flame and Firebolts whatsoever. They say that if they were to fix it, they would have to rebuild part of the subclass. Now I can possibly say that most people wouldn't mind if they did. But a lot of people forget that this takes resources, it takes money, and all this money and resources is being put into things like Destiny 2 or the end of year update. So you can understand why they don't want to spend a lot of time, resources, energy and money on something that essentially is not going to matter in the long run to what they want to achieve with Destiny. And moving on to Destiny 2, I feel like a lot of these things that have happened during Destiny 1 have been learning experiences, meaning we probably won't see the same mistakes in Destiny 2, but we probably will still see some. But a lot of people do forget that, designing a game, editing a game, updating a game, patching a game takes money, resources, etc. Now you could argue that they've earned a lot of money. They're not going to have as many people available to work on such said problems than the majority of people who will be working on Destiny 2 and future updates. That being said, they fixed the Thorn. So the Thorn was changed so that the burn damage does less damage and lasts less length of time. So why is that not possible with the Firebolt? Even if it does last the same amount of time, they could just reduce the damage. I don't see how they cannot just change a few numbers to make it, instead of doing 7 damage per tick, doing 4 damage per tick, meaning that people are going to be left with a lot more health in that situation where they're not just one-shotted instantly by anything. So it's one of those things where we don't actually really know what it takes to change that, but we feel like it should be an easy fix because of other things that have happened in the past or in the patch that is coming up. Now, I'm never really going to get frustrated or angry about that because they are the game developers. They are trained to do this. They are educated to do what they are doing. I am not. So me sitting here thinking, oh yeah, they could just lower the damage. It just might not be as simple as that. But I really do wish they would clarify why it isn't easy to do that. Because they just say, we would have to build part of the subclass again. But they don't really say like, and that would cost money or resources, or, you know, it would just not work, or they might further break Sunsinger and make it worse, or just not be able to fix an issue. Like, it's very vague, and I think that's the issue people have with them not fixing firebolts. Not the fact that they don't fix firebolts, but having an actual explanation on why they can't or won't. That being said, I do believe that in a 6v6 game mode, firebolts aren't that bad. They definitely progress and are exceptional when it comes to elimination or Trials of Osiris, especially if someone's running full discipline, Void Fang Vestment, so they get that grenade back every time they spawn, and then are just able to launch a grenade after being revived or the round starts, and doing a major amount of damage to people, holding them off and not allowing them to attack. So I feel like the issue falls mainly in elimination game modes rather than 6v6, but it can also be a pain in 6v6. So those are just my thoughts. Do I want it fixed? I guess. I rarely ever see me dying in 6v6 to firebolts. But then again, I don't play Crucible as much as other people, so I don't experience that frustration as often. But if it is really that much of an issue, that much of a problem, and I can kind of see why it is, because today when I used it set up properly for the first time, I could just feel confident throwing a grenade in and hitting someone and then just letting them burn out, and that is a problem. It comes back to what the Fawn used to be, where you used to hit 2 headshots and just run away because you knew they were going to die. So there is an aspect of that. So I do feel like it does definitely need to be fixed. Me personally, I don't care because I don't experience it as much, but for those people who are mad about Crucible and play it all day every day, I feel sorry for you that you have to experience this on a regular basis. So let me know what you think about firebolts and warlocks and what they should have changed. If they could change anything, what would you want to see them change? Are you angry? Are you upset? Are you excited? Are you not bothered? Hit me up in the comments section below. If you would like to, please hit that like button. It helps my channel grow and it takes you 1 second. So if you enjoyed it, hit that like button please. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. I will do daily content, whether that's Destiny or other games coming up soon. Things like Doom, things like Overwatch may appear on the channel. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for your continued support and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.